was oh boy. I guess it's best to start from the beginning. My name is Raphael Pizarro. I'm a retired U.S. Army combat medic, as well as dental tech. I was a specialist in the military, specialist promotable. I always had the opportunity to both do 13 years almost in the military, as well as tours in Iraq. And so that's kind of what I've been a part of. As we kind of mentioned a little earlier, my wife and I, we're high school sweethearts, and we kind of started early. I was 18 by the time we had our first son. My wife was 16. And so it was like one of those decisions. Before then, I was always into basketball and things like that. And then next thing you know, we had a child that was on the way. And it was Army or work at Taco Bell. And I didn't think that I can provide for my family working at Taco Bell.
I'm his wife, 17 years. We have 4 beautiful children. I'm a preschool teacher, currently in school to get my elementary degree.
I enlisted, and it started out like the military. A lot of screaming, a lot of loud noises, a lot of people getting in your face. But it provided a lot of understanding of what it meant to be a soldier. Yeah, being a combat medic, we were working in a jail. It's called Ashraf, and we were connected to an MP unit as well as infantry individuals. So they would go out and do different missions, and then ultimately when they'd come back, some would come back, some would come back a little, unfortunately, hurt and things like that. And so we've seen a lot. We see it's different if you're watching it on TV than when you're there. And so that was some things that we had to deal with. Hard part of it being that it was a jail, and the way that we operate with individuals that are part, whether they're enemies or not. If they're enemies or not, it's the fact that we still take care of them. And so you can have individuals that come in there, and whether you help them medically or dentally or whatever it is, this could be the same type of individual that had snuck across the border to shoot at, your friends, or people that you had a child with, and then now we're expected to kind of provide them with care. But I realized that it was a lot more than just what was on TV, what everybody else was saying. I realized that for my part, I had to do it. I know it sounds crazy. I guess I want somebody to do it for me, because nobody knows why they were doing what they were doing. But it's hard to take care of people sometimes when you know that this could have been the one, and so we'd work on them and do what we need to do, and then ultimately literally put them on a blue bus and shuttle them back across the border, because Ashraf was no more than like 20 miles from the Iranian border. And so that's some things that we had to deal with, and that's tough. But as a soldier, you're trained and you're taught to put your head down, make it happen. We had like a little saying, make it happen, Captain. Because if you can kind of keep your mindset that way and trust your training, then the times that you're crying when nobody's there, that the answer is always, we made it happen,
Well, it was hard for me because I was in Germany by myself, no family. So I had to take care of 4 children, stepped into a single parent role, having to do everything on my own. It made me grow up really fast and appreciate and value the memories we had. But he made sure to keep in contact with me every day unless he was convoying. So when I didn't hear from him, it was scary. It's not something that you want to think about, what if he never comes home? You see and hear about all the other wives that are expecting their husbands to come home and they don't come home.
this is the one realized dream that we didn't know how close or far we were from. Because it's like, oh, it seemed like one thing would happen, and the next thing would happen, and then we look at, oh, well, babe, maybe we'll be career renters. Maybe we just pay rent and almost feeling comfortable with that. And so now we'll have a house. That's what it's about right there. That's like saying, hey, listen, cha-ching, we did it. So this is like, we have not forgotten you.
Thank you all. Good morning. My name is Dan Geraldo. I'm the Senior Vice President of Community Engagement for Bank of America. First and foremost, it is just an honor to be here with Raphael, Pizarro, and his family, and many of our military heroes. I'm here today with the Veterans Association of Real Estate Professionals, dedicating Bank of America's 9th home here in Nevada that will make a lasting and positive impact for a local veterans family. This is the only nonprofit for vets, by vets, dedicated to increasing financial literacy, education, and sustainable home ownership for active military and veterans. Reintegrating into civilian life or the workforce from the military can be truly challenging. It is critical for veterans in our community to have access to resources such like the House of Vet Property Donation Program that VAREP has. The donated homes are revitalized into bright spots like this one here in our communities. So before I give you the keys, I just want to present this plaque from Bank of America and its employees. So on behalf of Bank of America and employees everywhere, we thank you for your service, and we're inspired by your bravery and sacrifice for our country. So thank you. Welcome to your home. Here's a card for you. Here's your plaque, okay? And I think the most important part are these keys. These keys for your new home for you, Kayleen, and your 4 children.
Thank you so much.
There you go. All right. Oh, so happy to have you.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Our proactive stance, providing financial literacy, education, and advocating home ownership, may not end the epidemic of homelessness among the veteran community, but can prevent it from happening in the future, one veteran at a time.